Hey everybody, welcome back to Bowling with Lefty. The conclusion for probably my final video of the year. Just wanted to come show you guys some equipment that I've had throughout the year, stuff that I've drilled, stuff that I've used, which I think is the best ball that I've thrown this year. Obviously, this is what I got. So I'm only going to review these 7 bowling balls here, let you know where they fit in my bag, which one I really enjoyed, and there's one that is in there that unfortunately is not going to be a good one. But let's start down the line. We got the Zero Mercy Solid. This Zero Mercy Solid is a niche bowling ball, and the reason why I say it's niche is because on a regular house shot, it's probably going to be too much ball. So this ball right here I bought it for tournament use. It's going to be used in tournaments mainly. So I'm looking forward to taking that to hopefully the TAT in February, see what it does on the lane, along with my track theorem and my mesmerize. Those are 3 balls that I generally throw in the bag, put them at different grits, and those are my 3 main tournament balls that I'll take everywhere with me. Next, you have the Black Widow Mania, which came out at the beginning of the year, along with this snapshot. And so the Black Widow Mania is my second Black Widow the past couple years, but I've thrown some of the original ones way back in the day. And just a fantastic ball, a great compliment to the Black Widow 3.0. If you had that from the year before, this was a fantastic ball in league, was really good. Stealth mode, fantastic ball. Seemed like every time I needed to switch to this ball, it did nothing but strike for me. The Energize, yes, this is my 800 ball. I shot the 811 tonight in league. I just shot a 718 with it. Fantastic, great house shot ball right here. The Energize Combat, really like this ball. This is going to be another tournament ball for me, and it'll actually probably end up replacing my track theorem. That's what I bought it for. It has has that back end. This is a sleeper ball that unfortunately not a lot of people are going to buy. It's going to come on sale pretty quickly. But once you take the surface, the out of box surface off of it, man, this ball is a whole different beast, and really enjoy it. Doesn't do great on the house shot again for me because there's just not enough oil for it, and it will, even with me, and I don't hook the whole lane. I'm not a big. I consider myself a low to medium rev with high speed, and I can get this thing to go all the way across the lane and come up with the back end. Taking it down to my preferred grit, obviously, is 1500. If you watch some videos and they say, oh, this ball, you can't take it down that low, disregard it, because surface is everything. You mess with the surfaces, see which one you like and what works for you. Okay, if somebody says you can't do it, still test it out, because I wasn't going to take it down that low, but then I ended up taking it down, and man, it works great. I love it at 1500. Most of my stuff here, this one's got lane shine on it because I just got done using it. 1500, 1500, 1000, 1500, 1500, 1500, and this one generally about 2000. This one varies, but we'll get to this one in a minute. The Alert is a great pair to this stealth mode. When the stealth mode is hooking too much, I can go to my Alert. And then the Snapshot, it is very angular down lane, but for me, the drilling on this one just doesn't fit for me, at least the lane condition that I used it on. And whenever I've tried to pull it out at different spots, I haven't been able to find a condition that it works on. And I know where I had it drilled, probably didn't drill it properly. So I'll give that to this ball. I still do throw it in practice occasionally to just see maybe if I can mess with it a little bit, the surface, to see if I can get it to a spot, but it just does not have a consistent reaction. I am planning on adding at the beginning of the year, which, I might include in next year's video just because it just came out, as the Danger Zone. So the Danger Zone is going to be a complement to the Alert. If it's hooking too much, I'm going to ball down and go to that Danger Zone. I saw one thrown tonight, and it looks like the old Danger Zone. My dad threw the original Danger Zone. I had the Brunswick Vintage Danger Zone, which was one of my favorite balls. And so I really do think I still have the Vintage Danger Zone, the Vintage series. But I'm looking forward to getting the new one. Again, out of the box, it comes polished. And the guy who threw it out of the box tonight made it look great. And he even said, he's like, and this is out of the box. He's like, I never leave anything out of the box. And so I'll be getting that probably hopefully soon, and I'll have that one as a complement to these balls here. This ball right here will go with me to tournaments as well, just because it is so versatile. And I really do love the motion on this ball. It has that mesmerized core, vaporized core, but it just goes, it's kind of, I think, what the hypnotize was probably supposed to be, like in between. It has more back end than the mesmerize, but its length is not quite as, it's not as sharp as the vaporize. So to me, it's kind of in the middle, and I think it hits a lot of those components that the hypnotize tried to hit but didn't. And so like I said, out of the 4 series that I've bowled, I've had an 811 and a 718 with this ball. So it's been really good. And then my other series was a 680 something. So just a really good ball. And when it goes through the pocket, it goes through. So really enjoy this ball. So for me, my pick of the year, though, I would have to say is going to be the track stealth mode. It's not my go-to ball out of the bag because I always start off in league. And mind you, I bowl a lot of leagues. My tournaments, I still used. I had better success. This ball, this is easy number 2 for me, the Black Widow Mania, because I did use it most of the year on my leagues. I use it in tournaments. It was just one of those balls that it didn't really work as good in tournaments. This track theorem still outperformed it. So that's why I'm saying this stealth mode is going to be my number 1. The most hooking symmetrical ball I've ever thrown. And just fantastic. The motion on it is very, I just love the way it looks going down the lane. And then this was my ball that once the lane started to burn up a little bit, I would go to it. Or if I was leaving like pocket splits or something like that, I would ball down to this stealth mode, and just the continuation on it. There was a 2-week stretch where I pulled it out in the second and third game of third games, and I went off the sheet in both times. So I had a stretch of where I had thrown in 2 separate weeks. I threw like 18 strikes in a row with this ball before I left a corner pin. So to me, this is because I've had it most of the year, this is my number 1 ball for the year. But how can I go wrong with this guy? And the only reason why it's not number 1, even though I shot my 800 and have averaged really well with it, is just because I haven't used it only a few weeks. So, and you never know. Balls can change after a couple months or after 30, 40 games using them. And this ball, I've used it all year. Obviously, I take care of the surfaces with my ball spinner, but this ball has been a go-to pretty much every time. And I would say close behind this ball is going to be the alert. I love the reaction of the alert. It doesn't react to the over and unders. It does have hook, which it actually has more hook than I expected. If you remember the one video, I bought this ball to replace the Radical Rattler, and it by far has so much more hook than the Rattler, but it's controllable. And if you get it in the oil, it's very controllable, which is sometimes what you need. So really like this ball. If I would have had it longer, it probably would have had a chance. But I'm gonna say ball of the year for me is gonna be this track stealth mode, and so that's pretty much it. And like you guys probably know, my least favorite ball of the year is gonna be the snapshot. It maybe has 8 to 10 games on it, and I just can't figure out how to use it, what surface works best on it to get the carry and stuff. So it's unfortunate I had it, and I blame it on the drilling. I don't blame it on the actual ball. But I needed somebody who could read the instructions and drill it the way that would best suit me when I bought it, and it didn't happen. So I'm assuming that's what I'm going to blame this one on. But like I said, when I came out with this video, is that it was a toss-up. It was one of those where I was like, I hadn't really done my research, and it did kind of bite me in the end. But I'm sure there's a place for it, so that's why I keep trying it, different spots, throwing that. So anyways, the other thing I want to wrap up is a wrap up of the tournaments that I bowled this year. So I bowled 4 tournaments, which is pretty good. The True Amateur Tournament, Southwest, which obviously I was going through my sciatica issues at that time and didn't bowl as good as I thought I could have. Didn't cash. It was just a bad performance by me. But anyways, that was kind of the kickoff. I got well and was able to bowl some of these tournaments that I did. So starting with this one right here is the gold medal I got in the team event of the United States Police and Fire Games 2025. After that, I went and participated in the World Games, received a gold medal for the singles event. This was in Birmingham, Alabama. The World Police and Fire Games, they got a gold medal in singles in that one. I ended up overall in the tournament, I ended up in second place, so I got a silver medal for all events. And then they did a roll-off, and in the roll-off, I ended up in third place and got a bronze, which is cool. I mean, I got all 3 medals. I would have liked to bowl better this game, but it was a long day. I got this after I had to bowl for this medal like 9 hours after the day started, like 10 or 11 o'clock at night. So that was the one that was kind of tricky for me. And then I ended up my tournament in Nevada at the Nevada Police and Fire Games, where I bowled well, but only medaled once in the team event, and we got a bronze medal, and that's the Nevada Police and Fire Games. So that's a wrap for this year. Some things to look forward to next year in my videos. I plan on bowling the True Amateur Tournament in February in Vegas. Because there's a possibility I might not be able to bowl the United States Police and Fire Games in San Diego in June due to vacation that we have scheduled. I'm going to try to, but I'm throwing in that True Amateur Tournament in February to try and get an extra tournament in. I'm not bowling nationals this year. And then I will be in Nevada for the Nevada Police and Fire Games in the end of July. And any little tournaments that come up. I'm bowling a fun tournament that our house is having this week. Little no tap with my buddies because good old Lucky Strike Bolero canceled all our league nights for the rest of the year. So we're not back for 2 or 3 weeks, which sucks. But I'm going to bowl this little no tap tournament with my teammates just for fun. So that'll be something fun to do, to just still keep bowling. Hoping to get a couple practice days in during that time. And then, yeah, so in February, we'll be going out there. If I do pick up the danger zone and once I get the Heckler hybrid drilled, I'll go ahead and let you guys know what I think about them. As a one-handed bowler throwing DV8 equipment, we'll see. I haven't thrown any DV8 equipment since they transitioned over to like primarily focusing on two-handed bowlers. So I'm excited to see some of the reviews I've seen so far. Looks pretty good for one-handed bowlers too. So I'm going to try it. I give everything a shot once. And so I'm looking forward to seeing what that ball does. I'm planning on having it drilled kind of unique so that it fits a specific spot. I need something that just goes long and then snaps at the back end. So I'm hoping I can come up with a drilling where I can get that done. And then the danger zone, I'm going to have it drilled standard so I get that nice even arc that the danger zone is known for. But anyways, thank you guys for watching me. Thank you guys for following me on Instagram and watching these videos. I appreciate it. Again, if you guys have any comments or anything, please leave them. I'm always willing to answer questions or debate people. Any comments or anything you guys have, just reach out to me and let me know. All right. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Be safe. And good bowling. Till next year.